debugging. So I'm visiting the debug projects. Today is June 16th, 17th, 16th. And I'm going to the debug projects. And we're just going to take a look at some of them. Because I am sharing your frustration. I know that it's challenging when you have something that did work and then it doesn't work, or it never worked, or whatever. And all I can tell you is that especially when you start getting into JavaScript, the best thing you can do is go slow and pay attention to detail. So this is a project that is submitted to me, and it's some JavaScript, and he has created some functions. And it's funny because you guys are going to be doing, if you're just starting with JavaScript, you're going to be doing some getting into jQuery, and where all this stuff, I never type any of this stuff anymore, and it's nice. So you'll be doing that soon. But I click Make Changes, Go Web Page. He says enter your name here, so I type my name, click here, and it doesn't work, right? And it sounds like from his problem that it did work, and it doesn't work anymore. And I emailed him and I said, listen, that is part of it. So I decided to just take a quick look and see if I could figure it out. And it took me, unfortunately, because I've done this so many times, it took me 5 seconds. It probably took him hours to try to figure it out, and he probably doesn't have it figured out yet. But it took me 5 seconds, because what I did was I said, all right, well, I tested it, it didn't work. Let me remove this function. And I didn't even have to, because once I removed it, I noticed, do you notice? He doesn't have a end bracket on his function. So that's probably the issue. So let's just see if I put that in there. And the cool thing about the debug zone, right, is that you can go in there and just test it. And let's see if that's what it was. Oh, maybe not. All right, so let's keep looking at it. So I'm going to hit my back button so that I retain my stuff. So function x equals document get element by ID. Sometimes one big thing is capitalization, right? Remember, it's Camelback, so it's capital E, capital B. That looks good. Change text. Is it called change text? It's called change text. Enter your name here. Button on click. Click here. Value. Sentence. Okay, so the other thing that people do, I do plenty, is this here. I thought it was just that. It's HTML, script, my function. So the other thing that I'll do just when I'm debugging is I'll just put something in to see how quickly the error is, right? So that now if I click this, then I should get an error immediately. What is the deal? Oh, you know what? He said something about in Chrome. Let's see if that's encoding the lesson with Chrome. First button works perfectly. All right, well let's just see if this works in another browser. See if it's a browser issue for some reason. Okay, so I've opened a Chrome browser, and I went in and I did my thing where I removed that text, and there it does work. So I type this in, and I get what he wants to say. So now the question is, why is that? I've not seen that issue where it works in Firefox. A lot of times there are issues with style tags in Firefox or Chrome. But what is the deal? Let's just go back and make sure. I'm going to remove this. And the theory is that that did not work. Huh. All right. Function, my function. It's the same. I'm just going to pull the exact same text. Now, it's possible there's something else in the rest of the... All right, so this is the exact same code, and I'm in Chrome again. So let's just test it again. All right, that's weird. Okay, so let's just... I do a lot of programming in Chrome, so Chrome is really fine. It's not some... I'm in Firefox again. Let me switch back. Now I'm in Chrome. And let's just go back here and see if there's something in the body that is screwing things up. Input type text, ID change text, button unclick my function. I'm just going to get rid of this stuff. A lot of times when you're having problems, That's what you need to do. You just need to delete things until you have just a little bit. Body looks good. Head, oh, you know what it is. All right, so I think this is it. Let's test it. So he's missing a head tag, okay? That wasn't it. All right, but these are all good things, right? He was missing a end bracket. He was missing a head tag. Now I'm just going to get rid of this altogether, and I'm just going to see why I can't do anything. But this is something where it can be very frustrating because, you know, the people who develop these browsers create situations, right? They make up for your mistakes. So the fact that he has a head tag, he has a start head tag, but he doesn't have an end head tag is one thing. But let's just see here, script, function. Maybe you can see it and I can't. But now all it should do is if I click this. All right, so what do we have to do? We have to go back to the beginning. I'm going to get rid of everything. And I'm just going to type this if I was doing my own function. Function, oh, wait a minute. Oh, for the love of Pete. No, I was thinking maybe he had a disconnect between he's doing, I mean, there's some issues, the missing bracket, the missing head tag, there were some issues, but let's just go back here. So I'm going to get rid of everything, down here, and I'm just going to say start a function from scratch and just say alert. And guys, when you're typing, just learn from Mr. O'Leary's mistakes. Give yourself these spaces, okay? It really does help when you're debugging to give yourself some formatting. Okay, so we have our head tag, and we put our script in our head. All right, can you see anything wrong with this? This looks good to me. Enter my name here, input type text, click, oh, wait a minute. No. Well, that's not even, you're not even using that anymore. So button on click my function. All right, so I'm in Chrome. I mean, I don't know of this issue. What am I missing here? All right, there's something we're missing. So again, we got to go all the way back to the beginning. I'm just going to type a function from the very, very beginning. It's just the way it is. We're going to figure this out. Okay, we put our script in. We don't really need the head tag. It hasn't been my experience that we really need the heads, because you can put JavaScript anywhere in the thing. So I'm just going to say my alert function. My function's good, because I didn't see the issue, but there's an issue. Trust me, we always will find it, and we'll just put in here button on click my function. Click it. All right, let's see what's going on here. Anything wrong? Looks good to me. What is going on? That doesn't make any sense.